Hey, it's Oz here with another tool review video, and this time I'm going to tell you all about Google's new SEO tool. That's right, you heard me right. Google have an SEO tool. You should be using this, I should be using this, we should all be using this because one, it's from Google, and two, it's completely free. Okay, so here we are at the Google search engine, and all you need to do here is type in Google Chrome extensions. You want to go to the Google Chrome extensions page because the tool that they have created is actually a Chrome extension. Now here in the Chrome extension page, you're going to type in Lighthouse and hit enter, and you'll notice this tool here with an image of a lighthouse, and it says that it's offered by developers.google.com. So all you're going to do here is you're going to click on the Add to Chrome button here on the right hand side and click on Add Extension. Now let me tell you a little bit about this tool. The tool itself is pretty basic so far. Now Google say that they will update the tool and more things will be measured. And in comparison to many SEO audit tools, this is going to seem like a very basic tool. But here's the thing. Google's algorithm is not public. Okay, so any SEO audit tool is really working against a moving target because not only is the algorithm secret, it keeps changing. Now, of course, people test things and then make assumptions about certain things like ranking factors, for example, and that's what goes into an SEO audit tool. And they are very useful, of course. I use them. But you have to keep in mind that almost every SEO audit tool is slightly different because some people or some companies will consider certain metrics to be ranking factors whilst others don't. Google, on the other hand, hold all the aces. So they've released an SEO tool, and I don't care how basic it is. I'm going to add this to my SEO toolkit and I'm going to be using this. Now, on that note, some of the things that this tool measures for are a little bit of an eye-opener. It measures things like font readability. Now, nobody would have thought that that was a ranking factor. But then again, Google are all about the user experience. And if your pages are hard to read, then that apparently matters to Google. Now, there is an official statement from Google that states that although this tool is basic, it nonetheless measures the things that they consider that every website at the most basic level should be addressing. So they're saying before you get into all the fancy pants stuff, your website needs to be ticking the boxes for these very basic things, which put another way, you could interpret as if you fail miserably at these basic metrics, then all the other fancy pants stuff that you can do is not going to be as effective as it would be if your basic SEO metrics were met. Okay, so with that said, let's go and take the tool for a spin. Okay, so let's go to the Yahoo website. Why not? It's the first one that came into my mind, and I don't know why, because I don't actually use Yahoo. It's loaded now. So what you're going to do here is you're going to click on the icon on your extension toolbar, and that is going to bring up the Lighthouse tool. Now there are some options here, which by default are all ticked. And these are SEO, best practices, accessibility, progressive web app, and performance. Now some of these metrics are really geared toward the mobile experience because Google are big on that. Okay, so I'm going to leave all that ticked, and here on the right hand side you have a generate report button. So I'm going to click on that, and this is now going to look at this page and test against these metrics that Google say are the very basic things that you should be meeting. Okay, so it can take a while depending on the size of your page, of course, and your internet speed. And I really should have chosen a smaller page, but you know, Yahoo is what came into my mind. I'm going to pause this for a second while this thing does its thing, and as soon as it's done, I'll unpause and we'll get on with the review. Okay, so here we are, and the tool took about 3 minutes, which is not really that long, to analyze the Yahoo homepage. So if you're running this tool on your website, you may want to go and make a coffee and then come back, unless you want to be staring at the progress bar. Okay, so you can see here that you have 5 scores, and these are performance, progressive web app, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. Ironically, the Yahoo homepage scores a 21 for performance. Now, underneath that, you have a section where each metric goes into more depth. So you have here things like first meaningful paint, and this is going to be another word for render. They might be using their own language here, so I'm sure that they will have some new terms to look at. In fact, you can click on this triangle here, and this gives you a learn more link, which you can click and then explore what this actual metric or this explanation actually means. Luckily, that's something that you should only need to do once, and then once you do that, you'll be au fait, as they say, with the app and how it works. Okay, so then we have a first interactive beta, and I will also have to click on the learn more and actually make sure that I'm understanding correctly what it is that they're trying to measure here. Okay, consistently interactive, and there's an audit error here. I'm not going to bore you by reading everything, but I just wanted you to see the kinds of things that this tool outputs. And there's a section here called opportunities, and it says these are opportunities to speed up your application by optimizing the following resources. When they say application, it basically means website. So here you can see that the images are not being served optimally. Bad Yahoo, and it's actually pinpointing the images that are causing the poor results and showing you even how much you could potentially save by properly optimizing these images. Okay, so there's another one here, optimize images. So already you can see that it is a handy tool, considering that it's free and it's just an extension on your browser. You can quickly use this to get a good insight on any website, not just yours. Now there are some more diagnostics here in the progressive web app section, which is for mobile optimization. Let's go to accessibility. Links do not have a discernible name. Oh, and it's actually giving you a list of the failing elements. And let's scroll down here. We have best practices. Oh, does not use HTTPS. Okay. One insecure request found. Okay, so there's obviously a link to an item that isn't being served over HTTPS. That in and of itself is not going to slow down a website, and it certainly isn't going to stop it from ranking. But nonetheless, it's useful to know all the weaknesses, big and small, as long as you step back and then just choose the ones that matter or that matter the most. Here, the last section is SEO, and 61.83% of text is too small. So in this case, I would just simply make my font bigger and make Google happy. Okay, so there's a section here, additional items to manually check. Page is mobile friendly, so that's good. Structured data is valid. And there are 9 past audits. Okay. And it is looking at things like links have descriptive text, and document has a meta description, as well as, of course, a document has a title element. Of course, a page not having a title is a major sin in SEO. So it's good to have a tool that enables you to crawl a website and find these issues, which you should, of course, fix. Now, let me just point out that here on the left-hand side, you have the 5 different sections that are being measured, and each one is actually a hyperlink. So you can click on performance like I just have, you can click on best practices, and you can click on any one you like. Okay, so this is it. It is a very small basic tool at the moment. It's exciting though that it's come from Google, and it's more exciting that Google are going to be adding more stuff to it. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. While you're here, by the way, please subscribe to the channel, and that way you can keep up to date with all these videos about all these tools, all these cool free tools that I keep finding and talking about. Take it easy, and I shall catch you in the next video.